see anybody because I'm on my Zoom.
All right, good morning. I'm excited to be here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. My name is Matt Wahnon. I'm the president of Maximum Potential Institute. We're excited to be here with you today, Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock. We come here Tuesday morning, every Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock. Talk about something that's exciting, talk about something that's important to everybody in the automotive business or any business. Right, Al?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. Glad you're with us. Open your ears, put some tape over your mouth, and let's see if we can move you further along.
Absolutely. So we got two things going on here. We got the Zoom conference, got a few people here, and then we have Facebook Live. So I want to get into what we're going to talk about this Tuesday. And we talk about different things every Tuesday. So every Tuesday we have different subjects. Today we're going to talk about goals and setting goals, especially in the automotive industry or any business. It doesn't matter what business you're in. This could be any business. So whether you're on Zoom or whether you're on Facebook, if you have any questions, just type them in there. Brendan's standing by. He can answer. He can ask the questions for us. And if you're on Zoom, what we're going to do is I'll mute you right now. And then if you have a question, you can raise your hand. If you know how to do that on Zoom, you can raise your hand. On the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, it should say raise your hand, especially if you're on your phone. But I'll go ahead and I will mute everybody right now so we can get into what we want to talk about. So goals. How important is goals, right? Well, welcome everybody. And I want to start out this Tuesday morning by saying that goals are very important.
If you don't have them, where are you going?
You know, here's the thing. Especially in the automotive industry. I'm talking to people in the automotive business. I'm talking to people in any business who's tuning in right now. But we do automotive specific on Tuesday, so I want to go with that right now.
Caputo asking you have too many goals.
Caputo. Tommy's online. Tommy, I love it, brother. Good to have you on. And he's going to be on here soon, man. I love having him on Facebook Live. Always entertaining, for sure.
Yes, he is.
Here's the deal. With goals, so we get into the month, right? We have March coming up, right? February's almost done. We have March coming up. Here's the question. When you set yourself for goals in February, are you on track to hit your goals? Do you even know what your goals were? See, here's typically what happens in the automotive industry. I'm going to tell you what it is, and could be in any industry. But we get together, big, kickoff month meeting. So March 1st comes, let's just assume whatever day you have your monthly sales meeting, your big one that you have. And we write down on the side of the board. We say, hey, Bob, how many do you want to do? How many do you want to have out for the month of March? I want 15. Awesome. How many do you want to have? I want 12. I want 20. But the real question is that really what you want? And are you really tracking it, right? This is important. I'm going to go through a worksheet with you guys right now. And if you guys want a copy of this worksheet, I'm going to show you how this works. Just email me. Email me, IM me, however you want to get a hold of me, and I will email it over to you. It's a simple worksheet that lets you track the goals, okay? Because just saying I want to hit 15 is irrelevant. You got to have income. You got to have unit goals, sales goals, income goals, annually, monthly, 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road. But we're going to keep it simple right now, okay? But you know those old meetings.
Well, and somebody say I did 20. You've been averaging 8 cars a month, and all of a sudden you're going to go to 20. And the bottom line is, you really can't reach any goals unless you know how many people you're speaking to monthly, on a monthly basis.
Absolutely.
If you don't know how many people you're speaking to, it doesn't matter what you tell them. Are you speaking to 20 people and selling 10? Is your closing ratio that strong?
Right.
I mean, so if you don't know how many ups or customers you wait on, or how many you're prospecting for, you're not really going to hit your goals.
No, but you got to know that. I mean, especially if you're in the business any longer than 2 months, you got to know what you've done in the past. And the dealerships, they invest a lot of money into these CRM systems so that you guys can track that. How many people you spoke with? How many people actually purchased a vehicle from you? How many people you followed up with? How many referrals were sent in? It tracks everything. So it's important that you know what you've done in the past so you can kind of predict the future and you can grow every month. Hey, if we're in the business, and if you're in the business 6 months, a year, and you're not growing, look, you got to look in the mirror and say, why am I not growing? Because you're not setting goals. So let's get into it. I want to show them a worksheet that we usually use in our goal-setting workshops. And this is the worksheet, if you can see right here in the back of the screen. You might have to move over. So, Brendan, see if you can see the worksheet here, right? So just so you see how this works, right? And just like Al just said, this is important. You got to know what you've done in the past. So if you can see this, that's important. And I'm going to show you how this works. Here is where you list what you have in the past. It's a spreadsheet. So let's say, for example, 3 months ago you did 15 units. And you also made $6,231 for the month. Well, 2 months ago you did 17 units. And then you made $8,428 for the month. And then last month you did 14 units. And you made $5,693 for the month. Hey, that's great. That means over the past 3 months, you've been averaging 15.33 cars every single month. Again, this could be related to any business, right? It's the same thing. You can just, it just depends on what you sell. You just have to adjust it to what you sell. You can be selling air conditioning systems and do the same thing. So your average income in the past 3 months is $6,784. So let me ask you something. What do you want to do? Do you want to have an average income goal of $75,000? And your average commission per car is $442. So your monthly income goal is $6,250. You're definitely on track, aren't you? Now you know what you got to sell, an average of only 14 units. You're on track. But here's how the spreadsheet works. What happens if you did 12 units in the past 3 months, and 3 months ago you did 9, let's just put 9, and you made $3,800. And then 2 months ago, hey, you did a little bit better. You know, you did 10 and a half cars 2 months ago, and your income was a little bit better. You hit a bonus level at that 10 and a half, so you went up to $5,400. And hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. Last month, you know what? You kind of went back a little bit. You did 9, and you dropped down to $3,500. Well, guess what? That means that you're averaging 9 cars per month and an average income of $3,900. So guess what? Guys, if you wanted, you're averaging $410 a car. So that's pretty decent. Not bad. If you want to have an average income of $75,000 and your monthly income goal is $6,200, that means you got to sell 15 units a month, and you got to be able to track that. See, tracking is important. And we talk about that in our workshop, don't we?
If you don't know who you're talking, how many people you're talking to. Now here's a little goal that I'd like to give you. Take more demo rides. Do not be selective who wants to go on a demonstration drive. Take everybody, and I'll give you a perfect example. A friend of mine, him and his wife, want a Honda Pilot. They stopped into a dealership a week ago, and a salesman came out and gave him a big hello, all right, true story, big hello, and they said that they wanted to drive a Pilot. And he said, okay. And then they said, but we're not buying it today. We're definitely not buying it today. And he said to them, well, go over to the operator and she'll find you somebody.
Wow, are you serious?
Yes.
This happened?
This happened, just a friend of mine.
Wow.
He just bought a Honda Pilot. See, if you take more demo rides, no matter what they say to you, in your mind you got to wait a minute. You came into my business. This is my business. You came in here. So I don't care what you say, it's what you did. Yeah. You drove here. So it's my job to find out how to satisfy you, how to fix your problem. That's one of your first goals. More demo rides. And no matter what they say, I'm not buying, I'm going away for 6 months, whatever they say, it's always no problem. That's what sales is all about. You need somebody in front of you. You're looking for everybody to walk in and say, I want to buy a car? No, that's the challenge. When people say, I'm not buying, I'm not doing this, that's the challenge of us. That's when we need to be charged up, baby. Oh yeah, you came into my dealership. You're going to drive a car because you're going to fall in love with me.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. You just hung up by slamming that table. Give me the phone number to call. Give me the number to call. So, you can't do that or else you slam the table. So, hey, we'll be right back on Zoom, okay? Facebook, we're still good, but Zoom, we'll be right back. Give me a minute. So here's the thing. What we got to do is when we talk about these goals, that should be another goal, okay? Got to need that number kind of like right away, brother. Right away. So what we need to do is we need to actually, it's important that we have the goals and we track how many people we're driving and we track how many people we're taking fully through the steps to the sale. How important is that? Like, if you think about it, did the guy really say that? Go see the operator?
Yes.
Wow. Well, look, you know what? And frankly, to be real honest with you, guess what? That guy should not be allowed in the business anymore. I mean, get out of the business. If you say something like that to a customer, I mean, I wish I was there because I would say get out of the business.
Ready?
No, I'm not logged in again. Okay, what's the number?
669-900.
Okay, so maybe, so hopefully they can hear us. Hold on. Sorry guys, technical difficulties here, but that's okay. We'll get this going. All right, so once again, 669-900-6833. 6833?
Mm-hmm.
Can you handle this, Brendan, for me? All right, so if that really happened, they should just get out of the business.
Well, here's the funny thing. He's an ex-car guy.
Welcome
Okay.
to Zoom.
He's been in the car business.
Followed by the pound or hash.
And we know people that are in the car business are laydowns.
No doubt.
They didn't realize that he was a buyer. He just tried to be a tough guy because he's used to be in the car business.
Well, you know what though? Here's the thing with the goals, and this is so important, because think about that. If you don't take enough people on a test drive, you're not going to get to your goals here. You're not going to get to those goals, man. You got to be able to hit your goals. You got to be able to do everything, especially with how many test drives you have, how many people you get in front of, how many presentations you do. So this is a basic stuff. This is basic. These here are your unit goals and your income goals. Unit goals and your income goals. But you should track your goals for everything, including your demo drives. How many people you're going to see. Hey, and if you're not seeing enough people in the dealership, guess what you should do? You should go out there and prospect. You should go out there and do these various things. It's so important that you are all over this. Setting your goals is everything in the car business. If you're not making the money that you want to make, and you're not selling the amount of cars that you want to sell, I got news for you. It's because you're not setting goals properly. But that is a classic example of what not to do in the business.
We just don't seem to understand why we don't give everybody our very best. See, most people, if we walked into your dealership and said, how many ups did you have last month? You would look at me like a deer with the headlights.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know how many people you're waiting on. And the interesting thing, Matt, is when I was selling cars, I realized that I sold more cars on a Thursday than any other day.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Every Thursday, 2-3 cars, hat trick.
Thursday.
On Thursdays. Thursdays were my day. It was amazing.
That's pretty interesting.
Yes, it is.
I remember Mondays was kind of my day. If I remember correctly, Mondays would be usually my busiest day. Because I would do really well during the weekend, and then of course on Monday I'm fired up from the weekend, and I'm just calling everybody back who I didn't sell, because you can't sell everybody. I mean, we'd like to, right?
Yeah.
But hey, here's another thing. Daily tracking, just like Al is saying. This is important on this tab. Again, if you guys want this, I will send this to you guys. But here's what Al is saying. So here's on the other side of the spreadsheet. We have two things. We have your unit and your income goal on this worksheet. Then we have your daily tracking on this worksheet. So here, day one, how many phone calls have you got? I got 2 phone calls. How many phone calls did you make? 6. Feedbacks, 1. New customer opportunities, 3. Sales, 1. What's your closing ratio? 33%. You see, so if you can't see this, this is how you have to track this. This is a worksheet. Again, if you want this, just reach out to Al or myself. Either email us or IM us. We'll send it to you. And you can have this where you can track everything on a consistent basis. Yes, this is in the CRM that your dealership provides you. But this is an easier way if you want to keep this on your phone. It's an Excel spreadsheet. And you can track everything throughout the entire month. And then at the end of the month, it tells you, for example, it just calculates, hey, I had 73 new customer opportunities. I sold 19 cars. That means my closing ratio is 26.03%. If you want to increase your closing ratio, remember, this is important for a goal. 90% of the people, according to KBB, Auto Trader, in a joint study, is 89.6% of people come into the dealership knowing what they want. They do about 5 to 10 days worth of research, literally in their underwear in their house. If your closing ratio is 26%, you're probably doing something wrong. You're probably not test driving enough people. You're probably not giving them enough full presentations, right? I mean, you're probably not doing the basics. So it's really important that we do this every day and we remind ourselves what we need to do every day to better ourselves, to hit those goals.
That's daily goals. That's what it really is.
Daily
you don't have to
goals.
worry about a year out. You need to worry about today.
Yeah.
Daily goals. If you can't do daily goals, you're not going to do month out, 2 months out.
Yeah, and that's what this is, right? That's what this worksheet helps you with, the daily goals that you do every day, and then also the units that you're tracking. Very important, guys, to know exactly, and we talk about this. And I'm going to talk about this now. We'll open up to Q&A. If you have any questions, just give us a call. Any comments, Brendan's standing by. If you're listening to this and you're in the automotive business or you're in any sales business, if you don't know your production of the past, then you're not setting goals. Like if you don't know exactly how much money you're making per unit or per sale, if you don't know exactly how many customers you gave a presentation to, if you don't know exactly, how many demo drives you gave, well, then you're not setting proper goals. You're not keeping track of your
It's
own
a hit and
business.
miss, That's why some people will do 18 one month and 11 the next month because they're not consistent. They're
Right.
not following the facts. The
And that's
facts
what
don't
you
lie.
need. The numbers don't lie, right?
Right, exactly.
So you got to have the right goals in the car business. So what's you going to be? So I want to put a challenge out there. In the month of March, what is going to be your goal? Unit goals, income goals. But besides the unit goals and your income goals, besides I want to sell 18 cars and I want to make $9,000. Besides that, in order to sell 18 cars and make $9,000, again, just like Al said, You got to go back and see how many customers, what your closing percentage is, and then divide that into how many customers you need to see, right? So if your closing ratio is 25%, take those 18 and times it by 4, and what does that give you? Whatever it gives you, right? It gives you close to 80, right? I think it comes out to 74 or something like that, I think. Or 76, let's just say. Somewhere around 75 customers a month.
72.
72. So you have to see 72 people this month, give them full presentations, and then you have to follow up with them in order to sell 18. It's not rocket science, is it?
It's really simple. Just track what you're doing. Track what you're doing. That's all you need to do. Every time you have a customer, write them down, what day, what time, what happened, follow up, so on and so forth. Track your people. Track what's going on.
That's it.
You know, it's hard to say I want to make this and I want to make that when you don't have any daily goals. I mean, daily goals are where it's at.
Yeah, you have to have the goals.
If you don't have them, you're in trouble.
And it's not just getting up in front of the whole staff and saying, I'm going to hit 15 this month. No, you got to actually know where we're at. And look, it's that important. It just depends on why you're in the business and what you want to do in any business, right? So just make sure that whatever you're doing for the month of March, if you haven't done it for February, look, it's almost over. Let's focus on the future. Don't worry about the past. I say we set new goals, that whatever goals you want, write them down. They have to be written down, right? Jonathan comes in here every day, and he has a goal. So Jonathan actually has a goal when he comes in on a daily basis, okay? And it's important that you do that as well. You have a goal when you come into work on a daily basis. So that's the challenge for the month of March. How many cars do you want to sell for the month? How much money do you want to make? In order to sell X amount of cars, you have to know your previous history. So now you know your previous history. How many people do you need to see? How many people do you need to give a full presentation to? How many people do you need to give demo drives to? Not that difficult, is it?
It's not that difficult. Guys, you know, you're talking to two car guys that have been in business, made a lot of money, right? It doesn't matter what they say. I'm going to say it again. Get them in a demo, because that's what changes everything. Because that car they're going to drive is nicer than what they're driving. So their senses, wow, it smells good. Wow, the feel of the wheel seals the deal. I mean, because somebody says, I don't want to drive it, that means when you hear the word no, it's time to be on. That's when they should go for a ride. That changes everything. Guys got to understand that. The demo ride is the breaking point.
It is the breaking point. That's true, and you got to do that. So look, any questions, any comments, put them in there right now. We got a big day of sales ahead of us, right? Where it's the 20th of the month. So, you know, you're way past half the month right now. There's only 8 selling days left in the month, right?
Make it up, baby. Make it up.
How many days we have this year? 28 or 29?
28 in February.
So it's 28 this month, right? Leap year's once every 4 years.
I don't think that's ever changed, has it?
No, yeah, it's a leap year, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Isn't it a leap year every 4 years?
Something like that.
All right, well, we only have 8 days left. We got to make the best of it, right? So we got to focus on, hey, man, set goals for your day today. How many people do you want to see? What does it take for you to get there? I mean, goals are everything, man. You come in with a plan, you're going to achieve it. If you come in with a plan, you can achieve it. That's the key, especially upcoming now. Next Tuesday, what we're going to do is we're going to go over handling objections and overcoming objections, because that's a big one for most people.
Right.
But again, goals. What are your goals for the day? What are your goals? How many people do you want to see? What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? How much money do you want to make? So I'm excited.
I'm pumped.
I'm excited for every Tuesday coming up.
Tuesday. We're excited that we can help you, assist you, reaching your goals. It's exciting.
Absolutely.
We want to be your coaches. That's what we want to do. We want to coach you. So again, it's only a dumb question if you don't ask it. You got to ask the question. If you're in the car business and you're working the amount of hours, you need to make the money that says, okay, I'm okay working these hours. But if you're not making the money, you're not going to like the hours. If you don't like the hours, you're going to quit.
You're going to quit. And that's typically the problem we have. And even during when we do that, what do? We talk to people all the time. You're going to put in 50, 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to do it. But it's up to you. It's about being hungry and about wanting it. It's about wanting it. It's about being passionate about making it in this business. Look, if you're watching it and you're in the automotive industry and you're selling cars right now, this business, I want to just encourage you. It can literally change your life. It's truly the greatest business I know on the planet. If you treat people with respect and you do it right, and you never lie to a customer, man, you're going to do great in this business. And I got to tell you, you want to make 6 figures a year without a formal education, and you're watching this and you're not in the automotive business, get in the car business. You heard me right. If you're not in the car business and you're watching this on a live right now, and you want to make 6 figures a year, you want a career, maybe you're not happy with what you're doing, get in the automotive business. Reach out to us. I mean, look, 26 years ago I started selling cars. 25 years ago I started making $100,000 plus every single year without a formal education. I just ran into a mentor that taught me on, setting goals and achieving goals, and he taught me how to treat people right with respect. Man, what a business. I mean, come on, guys. And if you're not making that money right now, man, you could do it. Focus on this. Tune in every Tuesday. Learn what we can do on a consistent basis. Brendan.
So Lupita says she's super excited, tracking her sales. And Michael Bott says 8 days in eternity with focus and discipline. So they're both very amped up, ready to go.
Beautiful, man. Well, good for you guys. And it's exciting that you guys are joining us. We appreciate you joining us. And that's what we want to see. We have a lot of success stories. But you know what? Those success stories go on and, man, they do incredible things in the automotive industry, right?
If you just remember you're a business inside of a business without worrying about the overhead. Don't think you're not in a job. You're in a sales business inside of a business that gives you everything you need. So don't look at it as a job. I got to show up here every day. Work this baby. Squeeze every bit of profit you can. Make your life better. Money does change lives, doesn't it?
It does.
It gives you options and choices.
It sure does.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with that, right or wrong. So you know what? Again, guys, I just want to encourage you to set your goals for today. Set your goals for the week. Set your goals for the month of March coming up. If you have proper goals, if you have a proper plan to achieve them, I'm not just saying, hey, I'm going to do 15 in the month of March, I'm going to make 7,500. No, it doesn't work that way. No. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're tracking them. Because if I have a goal of selling 15 cars in the month of March, or let's say 20 cars in the month of March, can we track it? Yeah, you know why? Because one weekend, if my goal is 20 cars and I'm sitting at 3, am I on track? No. But if I'm sitting at 6, am I on track? Yes. Halfway in, by the 15th of March, if I'm sitting at 12 cars for the month, am I on track to hit my 20? Absolutely. But if I'm sitting at 8, I'm not. You got to work a little bit harder, right?
Exactly.
See how having goals gives you a roadmap to success as well? Because, hey, maybe you have to come in on your day off. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get ahead, right?
Absolutely.
We all want to change. We all want to grow, and that's what this business is about.
And we're going to help you. Let us help you get to where you want to go, because that's what we do. We like helping and coaching people. And the bottom line is, if you're a little bit blind, we can help you see better.
Yes.
Okay? The car business is one of the greatest businesses around without, like you said, a formal education. You don't have to do anything. Show up, practice, study. Who's the leaders in the group? Who's selling the most cars? Read books. Go to YouTube, motivational speakers, sales training.
Yeah.
Keep investing in yourself so you can get the maximum potential. How about that? The max potential from what you do for a living.
Little plug. Hey, and that's a good goal to have too. And before we end, I think that's a great goal to have.
What's that?
To hang around positive, mental thinking people.
Absolutely.
Stop hanging around people that aren't doing it for you. There's another thing. How about that one? If you're the smartest person in your group, guess what?
If you're outside around a smoker's game and everybody's talking about bad businesses and talking about managers, get away from these people. They're toxic. Remember, where do you want to be a year from now? If a year from now you're in the same place you are mentally, emotionally, and financially, you're in trouble, because next year's coming, and you can change it today. Today's the beginning.
So have a goal of hanging around better people, people who are at the top of the game in the automotive industry, and then you'll get to the top of the game as well. So look, goals. Set and achieve them. We're looking forward to coming to the dealerships and working with everybody and seeing you guys out there as we knock on our doors and we go to the different dealerships and visit you guys. So we're excited.
Very excited. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, next Tuesday, 9 o'clock sharp. Next Tuesday, 9 o'clock sharp in the morning.
Objections.
Handling objections. This is important for any business. Of course, the automotive industry, because I just want to say this. You're going to hear, I got to think about it today. You're going to hear we're $50 a month away on payment. You're going to hear that.
And we're going to help you. We're going to help you with that.
You're going to hear that. You're going to hear, well, I can't do anything without my wife. Or I can't do anything without my husband.
We're going to show it all.
You're going to hear it. So trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you want to be on this call. Okay, so next Tuesday, 9 o'clock sharp. We'll see you there.
Ciao, baby.